Choke, no joke, cheeky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke, cheeky choke, no joke. You know what it is. We in the building, baby. We in the building, man. I want to send prayers up for my man Tory Lanez. We got a statement from Tory Lanez family. Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to his back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed. He was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own. Despite being in pain, he is talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Shout out to all the umbrellas. Shout out to Tory Lanez. I'm sure Megan Thee Stallion is probably happy. Kelsey, I don't know how Kelsey may feel, but that man could have lost his life behind all that. Being in jail for a shooting that we don't believe that he did. But in the court of law, they found him guilty. But however, you know, all this, and that man almost lost his life. Stabbed in the face, in the head twice. Bro, man. Bro. All praises due to the Most High, like Tory would say, right? Kai, I see you. Choke, no joke, man. Prayers up for Tory. Today, the Diddy trial started with the opening arguments and 2 witnesses. We're going to get into that. Choke, no joke, I'm here. Say a prayer for Tory. Let's get to it. The show is here. Let's go, yo. Choke, no joke, I'm in the building. Let's go.
Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Let's go. Choke, no joke. Chicken, choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Yeah. Nigga, choke, no joke.
Jack Brown. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is. Never did I think hip-hop go this far. Never did I think I see Diddy behind bars or kills. Penitentiary scars. The Man Act. Is it going too far? Back. Y'all industry rats. Y'all whack. That's 100 on Pyro. You'll be trapped like Pac. The go viral. Gene saw the nuts at Gyro. At the freak off and Diddy too. But plug shopper, freak door stopper. Nigga, you don't know if you a criminal or a cop. But you're next to be locked. Ask Keefy D. Telling on yourself on Vlad TV. You dumb nigga, right? You'll never be me. And I never be you too. Telling on you too. Yeah, sitting on the step, giving up myself. What the fuck I look like? My name G-Dap. Comb legacy doom. Will the bad boy see time like loan? Your extortion fell through. You friended no one like the moon. What did you do? Sat back and watch him get groomed. Only badge in the room. You and wifey drunk the juice. Saw the check for Pac's life. And his back right. Guess it's bad boy for life. Or should I say same gang? You the same lane. That Diddy let hang. And now he chain gang. Damn, you rocked him, fella. Didn't you? For the mozzarella. Did it for Wolf and his mother. D-Fur and Kurt Burrow. Nah, nigga, you did it cause your ass ain't thorough. And you ain't from the boroughs. Joke, no joke. You know what it is. This one's for the whole earth. You know, when they get disrespectful, I just go to the booth and kick the truth to the young black youth. Choke no joke, you know what it is. Keep on hating, you know what it is.
Choke no joke. You know the new album's out. Learn from mistakes. Make sure y'all go get that. Learn from mistakes part 2. Lead the streets, little nigga. Lead the streets. You know what I mean? After this, we're gonna get right into the show. You already know. Choke no joke. And this is how it goes.
Yeah. DJ2, you know what it is. Youngster, you are me. It's a reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Hey yo, come here, man. Oh, you think I'm corny, huh? Oh, really? I see more guns than Tommy. Who's Tommy? Was I in the army? No. Nah, I got my stripes though. Now listen, broke many nights. Doing what? Pitching that white. No matter hard or soft, trust me, I'm cut from a different cloth. Now look at me, I don't knock my man off. If I gotta kill him, I step off. You know why? When you kill a trife, find yourself killing all your life. Word is bond. You have to live, little nigga, to experience life. Trust me, your mom is the one there at the end of the night. Let's go. Youngster, you are me. Yeah. It's a reason they call me OG. Let's go. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Come here, man. Listen, you little jerk. They gonna tell you to put in work. What? Then they gonna give you a gun. And tell you to kill someone. Who's already a op. They really want the block. Are you serious? And you gonna take the shot. And then you go to jail. What? 3 hots in a cot. 20 flat to be down with the block. No, I don't. You thought it was your beginning. Nah, that's where you stopped. They knew the outcome and didn't let you opt out. Why? To take they opt out. You the one they'll forget about. No, they youngster, you are me. It's a reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Yeah, sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Okay, saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's a reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Yeah, sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Okay, saw things you didn't see. Now sit the fuck down and listen to me.
Youngster, out right now on all streaming platforms on that new album, Learn from Mistake Part 2. Play that for your youngsters, the little hard-headed niggas that keep following these goofballs, these old dudes that be using them, and they don't know what's going to happen, you know? Shout out to my girl, Kai. You know? Oh, damn, I ain't turn on I ain't sending no notifications or anything. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm sorry I'm late. What in the world? Yeah, so if you just tuned in, Choke No Joke, I'm live and direct. I don't understand some of y'all husbands, man, right? Like, I marry you for me, and you get on the internet and do this. Like, I don't get it, bro. Now, shout out to Shamia. I love Shamia, and she look good. But why are men letting their wives do this? Like, yo, and then she break up with you, like, it take half your money, or you wind up like Simon with Portia, and you let your women get up on here like this, bro. Like, yo, man. Yo, bro. I don't understand how men let all their wives, like, and if you think these women don't be playing with each other, keep letting your wife go ahead out there and go on these girls' trips and they dressing like this. And yo, man, yo, I just don't understand it. It got to be social media, man. Like everybody want to compete. Everybody just it's just getting sad, bro. Like it's just getting sad, man. Look at I remember Sig. Y'all remember Sig? She used to be so conservative, but she got caught up in the hype of it. Look at this. She got to show her ass now. Like, man, yeah, everybody can succumb to the makeup, the filters. Like, bro, I don't even recognize her. Like these filters and everything. It's just, yo, man. Black women is done. Black women are done. They don't care no more, bro. Look at this. This ain't no outfit for the street. Yo, man. This culture just ruined everybody, bro. Social media, look at this, God. Look at now, look at this. Look at this, bro. Look at this. So Shamia and the whole crew went and had to take these pictures. Like, yo, bro, like, yo, man. To each his own, to each his own. But Jesus Christ, bro. Like, yo, man. A lingerie party, right? Like, ain't no men there. Yo, they finding any reason to take their clothes off, bro. If for public consumption. Yeah, Portia, you look good and all that. But I'm supposed to wife you? I'm supposed to marry you after everybody got to see? Like, come on, man. Like, yo, man. And then they getting ready, they'll be victims in a minute. A nigga made them dress like that. A nigga made them do all this and them. Yo, man. And y'all want us to marry y'all. Right. Okay. Shit. Okay. Marry you for you to get on social media and be naked for the world to see. Right. And then you leave me and I got to give you half my stuff, give you my house and all this stuff that you didn't even help me get. Choke No Joke live on YouTube. Hit that link. We talking the Diddy trial. And we praying for my man Tory Lanez, man. Stabbed up 14 times. You got to watch the women you hang out with. All right, y'all. We gonna get into this Diddy trial. Technically, it's day 5 because remember Thursday it was no court, so we technically in day 5. So if you're just tuning in, oh, I gotta go live on TikTok. Hold on. What the hell be going on TikTok? TikTok me having so much different stuff going on. Okay. All right. I don't know what the heck. Yo, when I tell you TikTok be having so much going on, but I hate Instagram. So for that reason, I'm not trying to go live on Instagram no more. Shout out to everybody that drink pomegranate. I'm making me some crab cakes. So let's get to the Diddy trial. Day 5, technically. You might see people saying day 6. It ain't day 6. It's technically day 5. There was no court on Thursday, as we know. So I'm still bugging out over Tory Lanez. Stabbed him 14 times, bro. They tried to murder him, bro. He definitely got God on his side. I tell you that. Tory definitely got God on his side. Stabbed twice in the head and in the face. I feel for him, man. I feel for him. At some point, there got to be unity amongst Black people. Like we are tearing each other down. I mean, we really are, man. It's getting crazy. Now, today, a lot happened in court. And we're going to get into it with a whole recap of everything that happened, right? So I'm going to break it down for y'all in bullet points. So, of course, you know, today they went in, you know, trying to complete the jury, and they did that. And I told you, once they completed the jury, the next stage was going to be, what you call it, the opening arguments. So here's what happened today in the opening arguments. So the prosecution, here's the scope of the allegations, right? Prosecutors allege that Combs committed crimes including kidnapping, arson, drug distribution, sex crimes, bribery, and obstruction, repeatedly and with help from his inner circle. Now, kidnapping, I'm pretty much sure they are referring to Cassie not letting her go home. Arson would allegedly be the Kid Cudi situation. Drug distribution, they already picked up the little mule, the white boy. So they're going to say that. Sex crimes, we know they're alleging that he was trafficking women. Bribery, they trying to say that he tried to pay people off. He paid for the CNN video, blah, blah, blah. And obstruction. This ain't looking good for Diddy. To some degree. Hold on. Alleged violence against Kathy Ventura. Prosecutor Emily Johnson said Combs forced his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, to have sex with male escorts and recorded it for blackmail. Oh, boy. She described one incident in which she claimed Combs allegedly made a sex worker urinate. Oh, God. Urinate in his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura's mouth. She also described how Combs allegedly went on the hunt after learning Ventura was seeing another man. He took a gun, found her, and beat her severely, she said. If she stayed with him after a dude peed in her mouth and she didn't leave him, you gonna tell me she had a problem with that and she stayed? King mentality. Prosecutors described Combs' inner circle and told the jury how those close to the defendant helped him commit crime after crime. They added that Combs called himself the king and expected to be treated like one. So where are these people at? So his inner circle helped him commit crime after crime, and he in jail by himself. Okay. Focus on 2 victims. Attorney said prosecution case will focus on 2 women, Ventura and another victim that they call Jane, a pseudonym that will be used during the trial. Freak-offs. Johnson described the multi-day events that Combs allegedly orchestrated where women, including Ventura, were allegedly drugged and forced into unwanted sex acts. She said Combs made Ventura take drugs beforehand and physically assaulted her to show her who was in charge. For 11 years? For 11 years. For 11 years. Okay. Lincoln Combs is staffed to racketeering conspiracy. Johnson said the racketeering conspiracy charge against Combs covers his alleged plans to carry out with his high-level employees and bodyguards. Where are they at? Are these dudes unindicted witnesses that's going to testify? Like, where is, like, how is this man in jail with all this stuff about all these employees and bodyguards? Together, they agreed to commit different crimes: kidnapping, arson, distributing drugs to other people, exploiting employees for labor. And he in jail by himself. Okay. Evidence. Johnson described various records that will come up during the trial, including dozens and dozens of text messages about freak-offs, bills for hotel rooms, car services, and damages to hotel rooms. She said the jury will also be shown video evidence of portions of the freak-offs. So that's everything in the bullet points that the prosecution said in their opening statements, right? Do that sound like a strong case to you? I don't know. Let's see what the defense say in their opening statements. Combs is complicated, right? Attorney Tenney says the case is about love, jealousy, and adult choices, not racketeering or sex trafficking. Tenney also called Combs very flawed and admits to jealousy-driven domestic violence, but denied all trafficking and conspiracy charges. Domestic violence is not sex trafficking. Tenney said that while Combs takes full responsibility for acts of domestic violence in this case, domestic violence is not sex trafficking. Jurors were also told not to judge Combs for his sexual preferences. Video of Ventura. Tenney called the 2016 video in which Combs is seen assaulting Ventura indefensible, but insisted its evidence of domestic violence is not sex trafficking. The defense also claimed Ventura willingly stayed with Combs for 11 years and left on her own terms, contradicting prosecution claims of coercion. Consensual acts. Tenney, or Gregos, said explicit videos of the freak-offs may be uncomfortable to watch, but will show consensual acts. not based on coercion. Now, dismissal of baby oil evidence. Karagios, if that's how you pronounce his name, referenced the massive amount of baby oil that was seized by law enforcement searching Combs' homes last year. You may know of his love of baby oil. Is that a federal crime? No, his lawyer said. Motives. Karagios ended her opening statement by urging jurors to consider motive as they hear testimony during the trial. Everybody who testifies has a motive, she said. So that's the opening arguments between the jury, between the prosecution and the defense. So that's what the prosecution is saying Diddy is guilty of. And the defense is saying basically all this is domestic violence. Yeah, Diddy admits he's effed up. He has no defense about being physically abusive. He has no defense in that. Yes, he is admitting that he was physically abusive. But that's not sex trafficking. That's domestic violence. Hold on. You see it. You see that crab cake, boy? Boy, know how to cook. Somebody said, why he beat up his boyfriend? All right, so let's continue. So after they did the opening arguments, as I told y'all what was going to happen, they called their first witness. Hold on, let me get an image of Diddy up on here. All right. Get a slow taste test. Magnifico. Damn, that's good. All right, so after that happened, the prosecution calls LAPD officer as the first witness. Now, this LAPD officer by the name of Israel Flores was the cop that showed up to the Intercontinental Hotel in Century City where the CNN video happened. It's crazy how they making this big deal about the CNN video or the hotel video. Like it's this big thing, but when it happened, nothing happened. Like, why didn't the cop comes to testify about the CNN video, right? Which is supposed to be the most damaging evidence in this case. So y'all telling me a cop was involved in that? Like the police was involved in that? And y'all and he didn't go to jail, he didn't get arrested, he didn't get charged with nothing, and the police was involved in it. And now y'all want to use that to send him to jail for life. But when the statute of limitations was still present and it was a domestic violence case, y'all didn't do nothing. But he gonna go to jail for life for the same domestic charge that a police officer showed up to. I can't wait to read this. The officer said he was working security at the hotel when he got a woman in distress call and saw Combs. Officer Israel Flores was the assistant director of security at the Intercontinental Hotel on March 5th, 2016. When he received a call saying there was a woman in distress on the 6th floor, he stepped out of the elevator and saw Sean Diddy Combs and the woman in the elevator lobby. What? He stepped out of the elevator and saw Sean Diddy Combs and the woman in the elevator lobby. Oh, in that section. Okay. Flores recognized the man in the lobby as Combs, he testified. When he asked, Flores identified Combs in the courtroom as wearing a gray sweater. There were at least 3 cameras per floor covering the elevator lobby and 2 more in the hallway facing the north and south. The prosecution's first witness, Officer Israel Flores, testified. There were additional cameras on a floor if the hallway had more turns, Flores testified. The cameras recorded when they detected motion. When security personnel responded to an incident in the hotel, they were required to file incident reports. The reports would include photos if there were damage to the hotel. Officer Israel Flores, the assistant security director who responded to the distress call in 2016 after video captured Diddy physically assaulted Cassie Ventura, said he found Combs with a devilish stare. What's a devilish stare? Like, okay, I guess he know Diddy that not much, but know he had a devilish stare. Flores testified he arrived on the floor at the Intercontinental and saw Combs sitting in the towel in socks, and he had a devilish stare. He was just looking at me, Flores said. Flores said Ventura looked scared sitting with her hoodie pulled up. Flores testified that he escorted Combs and Cassie back to the hotel room. At one point, Combs told Cassie, "You're not going to leave." And Flores said that if she wanted to leave, she would. Once they reached the room, both Combs and Cassie entered, but Flores kept the door propped open with his body. He testified there was another man in the room, but the man wasn't engaging in conversation with any of them. So now we know for a fact that Diddy and Cassie wasn't in that room alone, right? This is what I said Saturday. The defense needs to show the man that was in the room. They need to get the surveillance video, show him walking in the room or into the hotel, into the room, and show that he wasn't forced to be there. Show Cassie and Diddy showing up to the hotel room and showing that she wasn't dragged into the hotel room and she wasn't dragged in to the hotel to prove that it was consensual. The officers testified that Combs approached him with a wad of cash. Officer Israel Flores testified that Sean Diddy Combs approached him in the hotel room with a wad of cash that he interpreted to be a bribe. Flores took it to mean, don't tell nobody, he said on the stand. He said he declined the cash and told Combs he'd be charged for any damage and instructed the music mogul to stay in his room. So y'all telling me this cop came to the room? No, the cop showed up, reported to a woman in distress call, seen her with a black eye, seen broken case, and he didn't arrest Diddy? But Diddy gonna go to jail 9 years later for the same thing. Officer Ventura left the hotel. Officer says Ventura left the hotel with a purple eye. So he seen him with a shiner, and he didn't take Diddy down to the jailhouse? Really? Okay. Officer Israel Flores testified that he caught up with Cassie Ventura as she left the hotel and headed toward the outdoor valet area of the hotel. So she was able to leave. So the cops seen her leaving. So he didn't hold her there against her will. So she had a purple eye, he said. Flores asked her if she wanted him to call the cops. But she repeatedly said that she wanted to leave, he testified. After Ventura left, Flores went back to Sean Diddy Combs' room with another guard to reiterate the hotel policy. Combs stepped into the hall and closed the hotel room door behind him. Flores said at one point, Combs grabbed the other guard's phone, accusing him of recording the conversation. Flores pinned Combs to the wall, he testified, and told him to let go of the phone. Officer said he filed He filed an incident report that included clones and Ventura names. Officer Israel Flores said that he drafted a report following the 2016 incident at the Intercontinental Hotel. Flores said the incident report at 3 p.m. local time that day, the report described the incident from start to finish and included Combs and Ventura's names. He also included photos showing the broken vase in the elevator lobby and the dirt splattered on the walls. In the report, which prosecutors entered into evidence, Flores didn't mention the other man seen in Diddy Combs' hotel room. He said the man wasn't involved in the elevator lobby incident and didn't engage with Combs and Cassie Ventura. So Flores felt the man wasn't relevant to the incident or his report, he said. Wouldn't you ask him as a witness what happened if he's in the room? When any other time, wouldn't he be questioned? So what the prosecution is doing, are they working to lay down the foundation to eventually show the jury hotel surveillance footage from 2016, first published by CNN. This video shows Sean Diddy Combs grabbing, kicking, and dragging his former girlfriend Ventura, according to Julie Grant. On the stand is Officer Israel Flores, the security guard who testified that he responded to a call for a woman in distress at the Intercontinental Hotel on March 5th. Flores can give the jury more about the context around the video, Grant said, and identify Combs, a key thing they need to prove. Prosecutors have to always prove three things: date, identity, and venue, Grant told CNN. So here, by him pointing out Sean Diddy Combs as the person he saw on that date back in March 2016 at the Intercontinental, he established the identity of the defendant for the government. Despite numerous attempts by Combs' attorneys to exclude the footage, Judge Arun Subramanian issued a ruling last month that it could be shown to the jury at trial. In opening statements, Combs' defense attorney called his client very flawed and admits to jealousy-driven domestic violence, but denied all trafficking and conspiracy charges. U.S. Attorney Christy Slavic played the surveillance footage from the hotel altercation for the jury. The footage shows Kathy Ventura in the hallway in front of the elevator putting on a pair of shoes. Sean Diddy Combs comes behind her in the towel, yanks her to the floor. He kicks her as she lies on the ground, then grabs her belongings from the ground and drags her back towards the hotel room. Soon after, Cassie comes back out into the hallway and is seen using a hardwired phone on the wall. The phone she used was connected to the hotel's instant services. Officer Israel Flores said that operator service contacted Flores to respond to the scene. Combs can be seen pacing in the hallway while still wearing a towel. In a reflection of the mirror wall, Combs throws a vase that shatters. The broken vase and flowers were strewn across the floor when Flores arrived on the scene, the former security guard said. When asked, Flores testified Ventura told him she just wanted to get her phone and bag so she could leave. There's no audio on the footage. The jury is being shown footage from the north hallway of the 6th floor of the Intercontinental Hotel. The video shows Officer Israel Flores escorting Diddy back to his room, followed by Cassie Ventura walking down the hall after them. Flores testified that Ventura said she just wanted to get her phone and her bag. Ventura is seen walking out of the room and down the hall again, later carrying her bag, with Flores following her out shortly after. Officer Israel Flores said he didn't call the police after the incident because he said there was no victim there. Obviously, nobody was pressing charges. So he saw her with a black eye or a purple eye. She called. He responds. He see the vase. He see the dirt. He seen the video of her getting abused. And he didn't call the police because there was no victim. Well, how is she a victim today? He didn't call the police because there was no victim. Yo, do you understand? He just testified to that. Now, what if the jury take that and say, oh, it was domestic violence? They didn't press no charges. I mean, y'all saying sex trafficking again, but she didn't even press charges for the domestic violence. Which will go and prove that she wasn't held against her will. She was able to leave. And the dude that escorted her out the goddamn hotel. There was no victim there. Obviously, nobody was pressing charges. He said that when he spoke to Cassie Ventura, she didn't respond to any of his questions. She just said, I want to leave. I just want to leave, he testified. He also said by the time he saw the surveillance video of the altercation, everyone had left the building. So he didn't see the video prior to walking her out of here. The jury is watching the surveillance video that Officer Israel Flores recorded on his cell phone. Now, why did he record it on his cell phone? Is that the guy? I wonder if that's the guy Diddy paid the money to, allegedly, to not put the video out. The footage showed then security guard Flores stepping off the elevator and speaking with Cassie Ventura and Sean Diddy Combs in the elevator lobby. Flores testified he was talking to them about the damage. The video then shows Cassie walking down the hall while Flores and Combs stayed in the elevator lobby. Flores testified that he recorded the footage on his phone because he thought his wife wouldn't believe him if she didn't see it for herself. This nigga became a groupie. Yeah, I was there with Diddy and Diddy and Cassie had a fight. And he ain't called no police or nothing. Even after he recorded it on his phone, he didn't alert the authorities. But he out there testifying now. Man, this is crazy, bro. So prosecutors have wrapped up their direct examination of Officer Israel Flores. Defense attorney Brian Steele is now cross-examining Flores. Brian Steele, my God, yeah. Defense attorney Brian Steele is asking Officer Israel Flores about his testimony from earlier today, in which the officer described Deshaun Diddy Combs having a devilish and scary look on his face following the 2016 hotel altercation. Steele questioned why the description wasn't in the incident report he wrote at that time. It was my opinion then and now, Flores testified. He also said he felt it wasn't relevant for the report. Steele pointed out that Flores' report did not include anything about Cassie Ventura having a discolored eye. Flores testified that, to his knowledge, nobody alerted law enforcement to come out or investigate the incident. So how are you going to say now that she had a purple eye, but he didn't put that in his incident report? You see what I'm talking about? See, this is the stuff that, like little stuff like that, in R. Kelly case, they just totally ignore, like not letting the parents be subpoenaed to testify. But you talking about he was with an underage girl. How can her parents not testify? How the defense cannot subpoena the parents? And you talking about an underage girl? This is where R. Kelly not having money and Diddy having money for the right defense. Now this dude just testified that Cassie had a black eye, but he didn't write that down in his report. He didn't call law enforcement in his report. I'll tell you, man, they will railroad you. They will railroad you. Officer Israel Flores testified earlier that Sean Diddy Combs offered him a stack of cash as a bribe following the hotel altercation. Defense attorney Brian Steele noted that Flores had told Combs he would have to pay for the hotel damages. He again asked Flores if he believed Combs was offering him the money as a bribe. Definitely, Flores said. Prosecutors are likely to call expert witnesses to the stand to testify about the behavior of the victims in abusive and coercive relationships, two legal analysts said. On the stand today, Officer Israel Flores, a security guard who responded to the altercation between Diddy and Cassie at the hotel, testified that he didn't call the police because no one pressed charges. He said that when he spoke to Ventura, she didn't respond to any of his questions and just said, "I want to leave." Expert witnesses for the prosecution will likely give psychological testimony about how victims typically behave in these kind of coercive relationships. Oh, God. Hey, yo. All right. So now they're going to have somebody come in there and tell why they didn't call the police. They're going to make it with, oh, Cassie was such a victim that they're going to put this expert on the witness there and say, oh, she was just traumatized and she was in love. And, you know, when you in love and you're in an abusive relationship, you don't talk. You don't want to tell the police. What that got to do with the security guard calling the police? What that got to do with the security guard calling the police? He got a call of a woman in distress, and he go up there and turn to a groupie and don't call the police because it's Diddy. But he didn't take no money. Yeah, all right. Before the trial began, Combs' attorneys said prosecutors informed them that they plan to call Dawn Hughes, a clinical psychologist who has previously testified as an expert witness in 2 other sex trafficking cases. The prosecutions on Music R. Kelly and Lawrence Ray, who was convicted of preying on students at Sarah Lawrence College. So they're going to bring in the R. Kelly. Yo, bro, man. How many times I told y'all this ain't nothing but a play out the R. Kelly book? They doing the same R. Kelly stuff to Diddy. The same thing, yo. Combs said he will call his own expert for forensic psychologist Dr. Alexander Barney to counter the government witness. Let's see if there's a picture of Dawn Hughes. Bro, this is the lady from the R. Kelly. She testified in Weinstein's. This is the chick from Weinstein joint too. Like, yo, they gonna keep using the same people that sent all these other guys to jail because she could convince the jury about behavior and all that. This is her, y'all. That's the lady right there that's gonna get up there and tell you how victims don't call the police, how victims pee in the bucket, all the lies. And sit there and convince the jury that these women couldn't walk away. Oh, they couldn't walk away. I did psychological therapy for 100 and some people. And these women, they are victims and they can't. Yeah, all right, bro. This is the same R. Kelly play, bro. They using the same psychologist, the same thing, bro. This is the same, yo, bro, man. Defense attorney Brian Steele questioned Officer Israel Flores about why he didn't mention seeing another man in Sean Diddy Combs' hotel room in his incident report or to anyone else. Flores, who was the assistant director of security at the Intercontinental Hotel, acknowledged he didn't address the man at the time to ask him his name or her perspective on the situation or review the surveillance footage to look for the man's movements. Now, how do we even know a dude was in it? This is what I'm talking about. They need video of the dude walking in there. Because they could say, oh, they was in there doing a freak off and there was nobody in the room. How we know who's in the room? If anybody. And he don't write it in his report that there's another man in there. He don't ask the man, hey, what happened here? Can you come out the room and talk to us for a minute? He just like, yo, bro, is this leaving room for reasonable doubt? Yes. Yes. Do it make sense to you? A fight happens and the police come or security come and they don't question everybody, but you see this man in their room. Flores testified he didn't think it was relevant to the report, but was still memorable enough that he recalls it was 9 years later. Earlier, Flores told prosecutors that the man wasn't involved in the elevator lobby incident and didn't engage with Combs and Cassie Ventura. So he felt the man wasn't relevant to the incident or his report, he said. Earlier today, Officer Israel Flores testified that he pinned Diddy against the wall after Combs had grabbed another security guard's phone, accusing him of recording their conversation. Defense attorney Brian Steele pointed out that the incident report that Flores filed says Flores grabbed his hand and told him to back off. But it does not detail him pushing Combs against the wall. Steele had finished his cross-examination. Women are often harder on other women when it comes to sex assault cases. Signs kind of hard to believe. She said, I could see why the federal government might be amenable to having more of a male jury. And from the defense side, I can certainly see it because they have a male client on trial. Oh, so the trial is 8 men and 4 women. How will that work out? So they wrapped up with the first witness of the day. That cop, Flores. So to reiterate his testimony, him recognizing Diddy, Flores said he stepped out of the elevator and saw Combs and a woman in the elevator lobby. When asked, Flores identified Combs in the courtroom. He said that the guy wearing the gray sweater. The devilish stare after the assault. Flores testified that he arrived on the floor at the Intercontinental and saw Combs sitting in a towel with socks while having a devilish stare. Combs offered cash. Flores testified that Combs approached him in the hotel room with a wad of cash that he interpreted to be a bribe. Ventura injured. She had a purple eye, he said. Flores asked her if she wanted him to call the cops, but she repeatedly said that she wanted to leave, he testified. Incident report. Flores said he drafted an incident report the same day which described the incident from start to finish and included Combs and Ventura's names and photos. Surveillance footage. The jury was shown the surveillance footage from the altercation between Combs and Ventura from 2016. Additional footage shown Flores escorting Combs back to his room followed by Ventura walking down the hall after them. Jury also viewed footage taken from Flores' cell phone. The police not called. Flores said he didn't call the police after the incident because he said there were no victims there. Obviously, nobody was pressing charges. So after that, they called another witness, and there was 2 witnesses for the day. The next witness on the stand they called is Daniel Phillip. Phillip testified that around 2012 or 2013, he was managing a male review show. He described his role as managing male strippers for women. Sometime around 2012, he received money from Cassie Ventura to have sex with her. He testified. He said Sean Diddy Combs was also present. Okay, y'all. He said he received money from Cassie, not Diddy. He received money from Cassie, not Diddy. Phillip said his boss asked him to go to Gramercy Park Hotel for a bachelorette party. And he thought he was going to do a little striptease. When he arrived at the hotel around midnight, Ventura was the only one standing in the doorway. Yo, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. She paid him, and she's standing there, and she show up, and she's standing there, and she's not charged with in the RICO as Diddy co-conspirator. How is she not Diddy's co-defendant if she's paying for prostitutes too? Phillip said his Daniel Phillip testified that he went to the Gramercy Park Hotel expecting to perform a bachelorette party, but when he arrived, Cassie Ventura was alone. She was alone. When I arrived, Cassie opened the door and she asked me if it was okay if it was just going to be us. He said, noting that she was wearing a red lace lingerie outfit with high heels, a red wig, and dark sunglasses. I'm done, bro. I'm done. I'm done. How is Cassie not Diddy's co-defendant, bro? How is Cassie not Diddy co-defendant? According to Phillip, Ventura said it was her birthday. Her husband wanted to do something special for her, so she asked me if I wouldn't mind rubbing baby oil on her and giving her a massage. And wherever things went from there, it was based on how comfortable it was, he testified. Ventura gave him a few $1,000s. He said, and she said that she would tip him at the end. Yo, bro, man, I'm not gonna be able to stay in my seat, bro. I'm really not gonna be able to sit in my seat, man. And y'all sit here and say this girl is so innocent, bro. She hiring her own sex workers. And Diddy going to jail? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Yo, this is bullshit. Ventura gave him a few $1,000s. He said, and she said that she would tip him at the end. Philip said a man was sitting in the room wearing a white robe, a hat, and a bandana covering his face from his nose down. Philip said he immediately recognized the man's voice as Sean Diddy Combs, though Combs didn't truly identify himself at the time. Ventura also told Philip at the time that her husband wasn't gay and wouldn't try to touch him, Philip testified. Philip said that he had sex with Ventura while Combs was sitting there in the corner masturbating. Combs gave him a couple of $1,000s more. Before he left, he testified. Philip said he had sex with Ventura in front of Combs a few more times after that. After that, through late 2013, early 2014. He said he met them in a hotel or at either of their homes in New York. Now, y'all telling me that's not consensual sex? Y'all telling me that's not consensual sex? Daniel Phillip, the male review manager who was paid to have sex with Cassie Ventura on multiple occasions, is describing how their interactions would go. Phillip testified that Sean Diddy Combs would direct him and Ventura as they had sex. When asked, Phillip said they used baby oil every time he was with Cassie. Phil said they used baby oil every time he was with Cassie and Combs would instruct them to use more. Sometimes the pair would ask Philip to pick up the items before meeting them for sex, he testified. Philip testified about one occasion when Ventura instructed him to urinate on her. Man, this nigga better be not guilty. He better be not guilty. He better be not guilty, bro. This girl's a little freak. She a little freak, allegedly. That guy when the lifestyle was over, she flipped because she probably missed it, allegedly. Come on, man. She hired them. She paid the money. Rocked with her for a couple of years. And asked this nigga to pee on her. And then he's the bad guy. Yo, man. Yo, man. Yo, this ain't fair that women can do this type of shit, man. It's really not fair, man. You get to live the life you want. You get to sleep with whoever you want to. You get to go shopping all around the world. You get to go to the Met Gala. You get every bag, car, whatever you want. Your bills being paid. You ain't even sell a record. This nigga take care of you 11 years. You out here picking the niggas you want to have sex with, getting on the pee on you, and now you the victim, bro. If Diddy now put his hands on that girl, then none of this would, yo, man, she wouldn't have a case in the world, bro. Phillips testified about one occasion when Victoria instructed him to urinate on her. Combs was masturbating while this happened, he said. Phillips said he often didn't wear a condom while having sex with Ventura. And he brought an STD history at one point to verify his health status. She raw dick. Yo, bro, man. Yo, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. And y'all said, yo, man, yo, y'all gotta be kidding me, bro. This girl's a victim, bro. Is she a victim? Phillips testified Combs recorded them having sex on 1 or 2 occasions using a phone and a camcorder. He only filmed them on 1 or 2 occasions, and she was sleeping with this dude for years. Years. Raw dick in them. Daniel Phillip, the Mail Review manager, testified that Sean Diddy Combs once took a picture of his driver's license and said it was for insurance purposes, which he perceives as a threat. Daniel Phillip testified that Cassie Ventura appeared to be intoxicated on drugs once when they met up. Sean Diddy Combs said to him at the time, "I don't think this is going to happen today," he testified. Phillips said Ventura was slumped over on the couch. Phillips said he once took Molly, a synthetic drug that Combs offered him. He said he felt nauseous, but also euphoric at the same time. Phillips said he was paid between $700 and $5,000 to $6,000 for each encounter with Combs and Ventura, but sometimes he was not paid at all. "I was just excited that I was in this world and happy to be involved with people with such notoriety," Phillips said. "I didn't care if I got paid one way or another." There go the sex trafficking out the window with him. It wasn't no... So it was consensual with him. It wasn't paid all the time. He didn't care if he got money. You think I would care if I'm sleeping with Cassie? I don't want no money either. If she bad like that. Daniel Phillip recounted one incident where he saw Sean Diddy Combs assault Cassie Ventura at home. "I was shocked," he said. If he was shocked, then that means it wasn't a normal thing, right? If he'd been around him for 3 years, 4 years, well, however long it was. Ventura was on the computer when Combs shouted at her to come here, Philip testified. When Cassie responded that her personal information was up on the computer, Combs came out and started dragging her by her hair to the bedroom, Phillips said. He testified Cassie was screaming and repeatedly said, "I'm sorry," while he heard what sounded like Combs slapping her. Phillip testified he heard Combs saying, "Bitch, when I tell you to come here, you come. Now, not later." In my mind, it was going through my head, if I tried to do something, I might lose my life. When asked why he didn't report the incident, Phillips said, "My thoughts were that this was someone with unlimited power and chances that even if I do go to the police, I still might end up losing my life." Oh, boy. At some point, a visibly upset Ventura emerged from the other room. Combs asked if they were ready to continue. Phillips said he couldn't continue after that, though he thought he may have tried to act like everything was okay. He can't remember if he was paid that day, though, Phillips said. Phillips said he continued to see the couple after that violent incident because he had developed a sort of friendship with Cassie. No, that coochie was good, nigga. It was a way of being able to check on her and know that she was okay, he said. So they went to lunch after that. They came back and the defense was done with the prosecution was done with the sex worker. And then the defense got to him. Phillip testified on cross-examination that he wasn't an active stripper or dancer when his boss asked him to go meet Cassie Ventura and Sean Diddy Combs for the first time. He testified that he would sometimes fill in if he was needed, and that in that day, his boss said there was a request for a black male stripper and no one else was available that fit that description. He thought he was going to strip for a bachelorette party, Phillip testified. Donaldson is walking Phillip through his first interaction with Ventura and Combs. Donaldson asked Phillip if it appeared Ventura enjoyed herself and was sexually aroused during their first encounter. He said yes. It was consensual. So they didn't get to finish on the cross with this stripper guy. So the judge adjourned the case for today. And they're going to continue with tomorrow with the defense. What's the guy's name? Xavier Donaldson. Xavier Donaldson, he'll be cross-examining Phillip tomorrow. They said he still got like an hour of questions for him. Right? Now, if I'm on this jury, right? If I'm on this jury and I'm hearing this, right? I don't care if I saw the CNN video, right? I'm going to look at the CNN video and be like, okay, got it. That's domestic violence. This girl was a swinger. She liked to swing. She even liked to be peed on, right? So it seems to me as when the well ran dry or whatever happened, because she stayed with Diddy 2 years after the CNN video, and they just keep harping on the CNN video. The CNN video is domestic violence. The CNN video is domestic violence. There's no sex involved in the CNN video. It's not a freak off tape or nothing. It's domestic violence. But with the two witnesses that they pulled up today, Cassie does not look like a victim to me. I don't care how y'all say it. And they can get this white lady to get up there and say, oh, whatever. She looks like a participant. She should be a co-conspirator for Diddy. If Diddy's in trouble for getting sex workers and she was getting them for herself too, you kidding me? Man, this is BS, bro. This is BS, bro. This girl ain't no victim. Not in this situation. No, she ain't. I'm sorry. And yo, man, Diddy did the opening statements and the first two witnesses. Yeah, Diddy's guilty of domestic violence. Sex trafficking, not so much. Do Cassie look like she was a victim? Not so much. Was it consensual? Very much so. Just hearing from these people. And she left the relationship when she was ready. On her own. Man, Diddy got a good chance, man. Like, if they calling this sex trafficking, bro, and this is how they starting off. Oh, wait till Cassie get on the motherfucking stand. Oh, so you like to be peed on, huh? They gonna rip. Oh man, they gonna rip her apart, bro. Wait till she get on the stand, bro. Oh, they gonna This was a bad idea for her, boy. I'm telling you, this do not look good. And if I was her husband right now, I would be disgusted. Oh, that nigga turned a H to the Izzo into a housewife. I see why Diddy ain't marry her ass. Hell no. Hell no. Wow. This is amazing. Choke no joke, man. 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, we will be back. I will be back during the day with news briefs. I will be live. I will drop news updates. This here is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Yeah, Diddy, it don't look as bad as everybody thought it was after today, brother. After today, yeah, you might look like a effed up domestic violence ass nigga, but sex trafficking, that's not your card, brother. You was having consensual swinger relationship, period. period. And this girl got out here and this is the whole R. Kelly shit. Yeah, she was peeing in buckets and doodling in buckets and it was held captive and right. Okay, right. Chopper said Kathy was wild like that. RJ Barnes said it. We seen her leave Ryan Leslie for Diddy. Social climbing. Hey, look, I got sympathy for the physical violence on Cassie, but her slinging that coochie out here like that and then trying to act like it was sex trafficking after you got to enjoy all that shit, girl, bye. Choke no joke, y'all already know. Man, it's Diddy's downfall, man. These internet rats. Man, make sure y'all get learned from mistakes and go download my album now and get Diddy's Downfall. Internet rats. This song make more sense now than ever before. Choke no joke. I'll catch y'all in the morning, man.
Jack Brown, you know what it is. Keep on hating, you know what it is. Never did I think hip-hop go this far. Never did I think I see Diddy behind bars or Kells. Penitentiary scars, the man act. Is it going too far? Back, y'all industry rats, y'all whack. That's 100 on Pyro. You'll be trapped like Pac. The go viral. Gene saw the nuts of gyro. At the freak off and Diddy too. But plug shopper, free door stopper. Nigga, you don't know if you a criminal or cop. But you're next to be locked. Ask KVD. Telling on yourself on Vlad TV. You dumb nigga, right? You'll never be me. And I never be you too. Telling on YouTube. Saying on the step. Giving up myself. What the fuck I look like? My name G-Dap. Comb legacy doom. Will the bad boy see time like loan? Your extortion fell through. You friend to no one. Like the moon. What did you do? Sat back and watch him get groomed. Only badge in the room. You and wifey drunk the juice. Saw the check for Pac's life. And his back right. Guess it's bad boy for life. Or should I say same gang? You the same lane. That Diddy let hang. And now he chain gang. Damn, you rocked him, fella. Didn't you? For the mozzarella. Did it for Wolf and his mother. D-Fur and Kurt Burrow. Nah, nigga, you did it cause your ass ain't thorough. And you ain't from the boroughs. Joke, no joke. You know what it is. This one's for the whole earth. You know, when they get disrespectful, I just go to the booth and kick the truth to the young black youth. Joke, no joke. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is.
Choke no joke. Yeah. It's choke no joke. Let's go. Choke no joke. Chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke. Niggas choke no joke. Choke no joke. Yeah. It's choke no joke. Let's go. Choke no joke. Chicken choke no joke. Choke.